Welcome to the Photography News Show, where I bring you the best and latest news in the photography industry. Coming up today, we have two super rare and crazy expensive lenses, an anti-social media app, and much more. So, let's begin! Hey fellow photographers, it's Alessandro Carpentiero, travel photographer and tech nerd from Italy, and I want to welcome you to episode number 5 of the Photography News Show. This is a weekly series released every Monday, so make sure to subscribe not to miss any episode. With that being said, let's see what's new in the photography industry. Lens news. In the last show, I shared with you a rumor about an upcoming Olympus lens, and it's now official. The 8 to 25mm f4 Pro is out and it's available for pre-order. It's made for micro four thirds cameras, so it's an equivalent of 16 to 50 on a full-frame sensor, making it an ideal choice for when you want to travel light and compact. In fact, having a reach that goes from 16 to 50 can be all you need for a travel day. Pretty wide to capture the whole scene, up to a more zoomed-in look for some tighter views, so it can also work to capture some detailed shots. I personally prefer having more lenses to choose from, but this can be a great choice for when you don't need a longer reach and you have a minimum space for your gear. While if you want to get the upcoming lenses, you're gonna need a lot of space and money. The first lens is the legendary and super rare Canon EF 1200mm f5.6, which is the longest autofocus lens ever made. It's not clear how many of these lenses were produced, but rumors say about 20. It weighs 36 pounds or 16 kilograms, and the reason why it's so rare is that it's extremely complicated to build. Just to give you an idea, it took 1 year to build just one of these, due to the time required to grow its massive fluorite crystals. It was available for sale just 3 times in the 21st century. In 2009, it was sold by B&H for $120,000. In 2014, for 99,000 sterling pounds. And in 2015, for $180,000. The auction for this unit will start on October 9th, so good luck! And if you have some money to spare, there's another super rare lens up for sale. I'm talking about the Zeiss Planar 50mm f0.7, which was designed in 1966 for NASA Apollo missions to photograph the moon. Only 10 of these were ever made. 6 for NASA, 3 for Stanley Kubrick, who used them in the filming of Barry Lyndon in 1975. This is an example of a scene where this lens was used. And just to give you an idea, it was only lit by the candlelight, while the 10th unit was left in Carl Zeiss Factory Museum. The auction starts at 55,000 euros and it's expected to go up to 120,000 euros. If you could choose from one of these two lenses, which one would you take? Just let me know in the comments below. Drone news. After many rumors and previews, Sony has officially launched its professional drone, the Airpeak S1. The big advantage of this drone is that it's the smallest drone capable of carrying a mirrorless camera with a large prime lens attached to it, with a maximum payload of 5 pounds. It can accelerate from 0 to 50 miles per hour in 3 seconds and a half, with a top speed of 55.9 miles per hour. It will retail for $9,000, and interestingly enough, the gimbal is not included in that price, but you'll have to pay almost an extra $2,000 for it. At the moment, it's just compatible with selected Sony cameras, but the company says it's possible that compatibility will be expanded in the future. Of course, this is a drone made for professional operators and pretty high-end productions, but I think this might be the first step for Sony entering into the drone market. Will we see some consumer-level drones from Sony in the future? Let's wait and see. Pictures of the week. In this segment, I feature the most interesting pictures I've seen on the web. This week, I'm featuring Ukrainian photographer Oleksiy Shportun, who wanted to achieve a dreamy look with a very shallow depth of field, so he created a digital version of an analog large format photo in a very ingenious way. He mounted a large format lens on a board, which projects the scene on a white matte screen, and the digital camera captures what's projected on that screen. That's such a smart setup, and the results achieved have a very particular look. So, strong work! App news. Social media such as Instagram and Facebook started as a way of connecting with friends and posting random pictures from our daily lives. But they soon degenerated into a shallow view of reality, tons of ads, and mindless scrolling. To combat this phenomenon, there's an app called Minutia, which defines itself as the anti-social media project. It's an anonymous app, so there are no profiles, no likes, no comments. So what's the point? Once a day, at a random moment, all the users receive an alert, and they have 1 minute to take a picture and explore the pictures of other random strangers. It's such a different approach to social media, and I think it can actually be good to practice your photography, as you'll just have 60 seconds to come up with a picture wherever you are. Weird news. The imaging world can be at times weird. Korean industrial designer Min Wook Pang came up with a solution for smartphone addicts that walk around the streets while constantly looking at their phone, like everyone. The prototype is called the Third Eye, and it's supposed to help our species make the jump from Homo sapiens to Phono sapiens. The third eye opens up when the head on which it's mounted tilts down, and it sends a vibration and sounds if it detects an obstacle in front of you. The project was born as a critical design piece, but weirdly enough, it might actually be useful. Rumors. Back in 2016, Sony launched its most famous high-end zoom lenses, the 24-70 f2.8 GM and the 70-200 f2.8 GM. The latest rumors come from Sony Alpha Rumors, who was told by a reliable source that the next new lenses that we should expect are the 24-70 GM2 and the 70-200 GM2. It's not clear which improvements they'll have, but it's reported that they will be significantly more compact. They should both come later this year, so let's wait and see. That's it for today. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Photography News Show. Which news did you like the most? Just let me know in the comments below. If you've liked this video, please give it a big thumb up. And if you found it useful, feel free to share it with your photography friends. That would really help the channel. And if you need any help with your photography, like which gear to get, problems with your pictures, or you just want to improve, simply DM me on Instagram at Alessandro_Carpentiero or send an email to support@alessandrocarpentiero.com and I will be happy to help. So, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one!